Welcome to English Story Vault. Get ready to improve your English skills. Here we learn with stories told slowly, clearly, and enjoyably. Just listen, relax, and enjoy the journey. Let's start with an introduction. Germany is a country in Europe. It is well known around the world. Many people believe Germany is a very wealthy country, and that's true. Germany has one of the largest economies in Europe and globally. People in Germany often have good jobs and earn good salaries. Many big and well-known companies started in Germany, especially in the car industry. For example, Mercedes-Benz and BMW are German car companies. People in many countries buy their cars. But Germany is not only known for cars, it also has other major companies that make machines and technology. Germany produces many high-quality goods and sells them to other countries. This process is called exporting. Germany exports a lot. It sells cars, machines, chemicals, and other top-quality items. Selling so many products to other countries helps Germany become wealthy. So, why is Germany so rich? How did it grow into a country full of strong companies and a powerful economy? That's a fascinating question. In this lesson, we'll explore Germany's history. We'll learn about the steps Germany took over time. We'll see how it became strong and wealthy. We'll understand its past and how it built its riches. A long time ago, the land we now call Germany wasn't one country. It was made up of many small states, hundreds of them. These states were part of a bigger region called the Holy Roman Empire. This empire was very large and included areas that are now in other countries. Rivers played a big role in life in these German states. Rivers like the Rhine and the Elbe helped connect cities. Towns along the rivers could move goods easily. Cities near the sea, like Hamburg in the north, became major trading centers. They received goods from inland towns, and then traded those goods with people in other countries. Their main trading partners were big European empires like the Dutch, French, and British. These empires had lands across the sea and needed many goods to trade. The German states were good at making those goods. They produced high-quality items, especially made of steel, such as tools, weapons, and cutlery, which means knives, forks, and spoons. The city of Solingen was especially famous for cutlery. German cutlery was sold across the world, even as far away as Brazil. This trade helped the German states a lot. Many people found work making these products. Businesses grew. The economy improved slowly but surely. But in the early 1800s, things started to change. In England, new machines were invented. These machines used steam power and made goods much faster and cheaper than handmade items in German workshops. English factories produced many products. England no longer needed to buy as much from the German states. German companies struggled to compete, so they tried importing parts from England and finishing the products in Germany, but then wars made things worse. Napoleon, a powerful French leader, fought against England and took control of many parts of Europe, including the German states. Napoleon stopped the German states from trading with England. This caused problems, since German businesses needed English parts. Many businesses couldn't continue and had to shut down. German states tried to make the parts themselves, but it was hard and took time. After Napoleon lost the wars, trade with England restarted. But now English parts were very cheap. The new German factories that made parts couldn't compete and also had to close. By 1815, after these challenges, businesses in the German states were in bad shape. The economy was weak. New ideas were needed to make things better. After these hard times, the situation started to improve. Instead of hundreds of states, there were now only about 39. That was a big change. Before, when traders moved goods, they had to stop many times and pay taxes to local rulers. This made trade slow and costly. With fewer states, there were fewer stops and fewer taxes. Trade became easier and cheaper. One important state was Prussia. Prussia had lots of coal and iron, two key materials for making machines and tools. But Prussia was split into two parts. To move coal and iron between them, goods had to pass through other states, which wanted to charge taxes. So Prussia formed a group with some nearby states. They agreed to trade without charging taxes, like a free trade zone. More German states saw this idea worked well. In 1833, many smaller trade groups joined to form one big group, the Zollverein, which means customs union in German. States in the Zollverein could trade freely. This helped their businesses grow again. Factories making iron, steel, and other goods began to open. Moving goods also became faster. New ways of transportation were developed. Canals were improved so boats could move more easily. Better roads were built, stronger and longer, lasting. But the biggest change was the train. Trains could move large amounts of goods quickly between cities. Germany's first train line was built in 1835. Within 30 years, trains connected most major cities. These improvements made a huge difference to the German economy. Businesses could sell more products, since trade became easier. They could also get coal and iron faster. By the 1860s, people in the German states were becoming as wealthy as those in France or Britain. 4. One big country. The German states joined together and became one large country. This new nation was called the German Empire. This happened in 1871, and the new country became very powerful. Germany needed new ideas for making machines and building factories. Before this, Germany often copied ideas from other countries. But now, it wanted to create its own technology and find new ways to produce things. So, Germany built good schools where people could learn special skills. There were schools for technical jobs and universities for higher education. There were also hands-on schools called vocational schools, where people learned by doing. These skills helped people work in new businesses and make new kinds of products. From around 1850 to 1880, the German economy grew much faster than before. The population of Germany also doubled during this time. By the 1880s, products made in Germany became well known for being high quality. People around the world trusted German products. But building new businesses and factories cost a lot of money. Factories were expensive to start. Most people didn't have enough money to build one, and the government couldn't always help. Banks gave loans, but many German banks were small. These banks gave small and medium loans, which helped many small and medium-sized businesses get started. Many of these were family-run businesses. They worked hard and grew over time. Around 700 of these businesses, started between 1850 and 1913, still exist today. These family companies became experts in their fields. They often became leaders in what they did. These smaller businesses made specialized products for certain customers. They didn't make large numbers of the same item like big factories in the UK or USA. Germany did have some large companies, but not as many as other big countries. Still, German industry became very successful. Germany needed raw materials it couldn't produce itself, like cotton or sugar cane, so it had to trade with nearby countries. In the 1850s, Germany made trade agreements with countries like the Netherlands. Germany bought raw materials from Dutch colonies, and the Dutch bought finished German goods. In 1862, Germany also signed a free trade deal with France. Germany's location in the middle of Europe made it a key trade hub for many nearby nations. Over time, Germany made more trade deals with its neighbors. The new German Empire was strong, but the world was becoming less peaceful. Countries began to go to war. When countries were not friendly, trade became harder. Governments started protecting their own businesses. They added extra taxes to products from other countries or limited how much could be imported. When other countries stopped buying from Germany, German businesses lost foreign customers. So, the German government added taxes to foreign goods as well. This made German-made products more affordable for people inside Germany, so they bought more local goods. But Germany focused heavily on factories and industry. It built many mines, steel plants, and chemical and electrical factories. However, it didn't invest much in farming, services, or healthcare. German farms were not as efficient as farms in other countries. Instead of improving farming, Germany reduced food imports by making trade harder. This hurt the economy in some ways. As factories grew, many people left the countryside and moved to the cities for work. Between 1871 and 1900, about 2.5 million people moved to find jobs in factories. Most of these factories were in Western Germany. Over time, German businesses started to need foreign workers because local workers were already working in fast-growing factories. Hard times and big wars, life in Germany became very hard. In 1914, a major war began, known as World War I. Germany fought in this war for 4 years. In the end, Germany lost. Because of the loss, Germany had to give up some of its land. Many people living in those areas were German, but now found themselves in other countries. Some of them returned to Germany. Germany also had to pay large amounts of money to the countries that won the war. This was terrible for the economy. Many businesses struggled. They could no longer trade easily with the areas that were lost. There were now new taxes when sending goods across borders. Some businesses shut down, and many people lost their jobs. Money started losing its value. Prices for food and basic goods went up very quickly. People couldn't afford the things they needed. In the 1930s, the world went through a huge crisis called the Great Depression. This made things even worse for Germany. Even more businesses closed. More jobs were lost. Germany became a poor country with very little hope. A new government took control. The economy grew a little, but the benefits didn't reach everyone. Rich people became richer, but most people stayed poor. The government spent a lot of money building a large army instead of helping the public. In 1939, another major war began, World War II. Germany fought again, and after 6 years, it lost again. This second war was even worse for Germany. Many cities were bombed and destroyed. Factories were also ruined. The country was in complete ruins. After the war, Germany was divided into different parts, each controlled by other countries. The future looked very dark for Germany. Building again. After World War II, Germany faced massive challenges. Much of the country, its cities and its factories, had been destroyed. The country was also split into zones. In this lesson, we will focus on West Germany. West Germany began the difficult job of rebuilding everything from scratch. This required a lot of money. The government created a plan where wealthy people paid a special tax based on what they owned. This wealth tax helped pay for rebuilding roads, homes, and businesses across the country. Another important part of the recovery was building good relationships with other countries. After 2 devastating wars, West Germany worked hard to earn trust and make peace with its neighbors. This helped create a more stable future and gave Germany more chances to trade internationally. Small and medium-sized businesses were at the heart of the new economy. Many were old family businesses that had existed for a long time. There were a huge number of these companies in West Germany. They made up over 99% of all businesses. They were very important for the economy, giving jobs to over 58.5% of workers and producing about 47% of the country's total output. These businesses often became experts in just 1 or 2 products. They specialized deeply in what they did. Different parts of West Germany focused on different skills and products. These companies traded parts and goods with each other across regions. They also exported their high-quality, specialized products to countries around the world. To support trade and peace, West Germany joined a new international group. This group included France, Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. They agreed to trade coal and steel freely with each other. This group was called the European Coal and Steel Community. It helped all member countries grow together and avoid future wars. It was an important first step toward forming the European Union, rebuilding the country, using money from the rich, supporting small businesses, and working closely with neighboring nations through trade. All of this helped West Germany recover quickly and become strong again. It was a time of hard work and fresh beginnings, which led to real economic growth. 7. Two Germanys become one. After the war, West Germany became a strong country. Its economy grew and life improved for many people. Businesses did well and there were lots of jobs. But in the 1970s and 1980s, West Germany faced some problems. At that time, the economy stopped growing quickly. The high price of oil made things difficult for both people and businesses. The government also started to spend more money than it collected in taxes, so it had to borrow more. To fix this, the government decided to cut spending. Each year, it spent less on different programs. These cuts were sometimes hard because there was less money for certain projects. But over time, this helped the government reduce its debt. By the late 1980s, West Germany's economy was doing better, and the government had more control over its money. This careful money management would become important later. Then, in 1990, something very important happened. The two parts of Germany, East and West, came together and became one country again. This was a time of great joy and hope for many Germans. But it was also a big challenge. East and West Germany had been separate for over 40 years, and they were very different. They had different money, different laws, and very different economies. East Germany's economy was not as strong. Its factories and systems, like roads and trains, were old and outdated. Many businesses in the East could not compete in the free market used in the West. To make the East stronger and more modern, Germany had to spend a huge amount of money, trillions of dollars over many years. The government invested heavily in the East. It built new roads, fixed old buildings, and helped new businesses start. Special extra taxes were used to help pay for all of this. These costs put pressure on the whole country's economy, especially in the years after 1990. Germany went through some hard times while trying to improve the East. Even with this big investment, it took a long time for the East to catch up. Even today, more than 30 years later, there are still economic differences between East and West. The West had more jobs and higher salaries, so many people from the East moved west to find better opportunities. This movement helped people earn more and also gave Western businesses more workers. Bringing the two Germanys together was a major event that changed the country's future and economy in a big way. Today, Germany is one of the most important countries in Europe. It has one of the biggest economies in the world and is often called the economic engine of Europe. Many large and famous companies are German, especially in cars and technology. Germany sells high-quality products all over the world. Its top exports include machinery and vehicles. German equipment is trusted by businesses everywhere for its quality. Germany is also a leader in the European Union. It helped other countries join the EU and works closely with its neighbors. Germany uses the euro, the shared money of many European countries. This makes it easier to trade and do business across borders. One big reason for Germany's strong economy is its focus on small and medium-sized businesses. These are very important. More than 99% of all companies in Germany are small or medium-sized. They provide almost 60% of all jobs in the country. These companies often make special products and are leaders in their fields. Germany also has a special education system to teach people job skills. This is called vocational education. Students split their time between learning in school and working at companies. This gives them practical experience, so they are ready for jobs as soon as they finish. This system helps Germany have a skilled and efficient workforce. The biggest industries with jobs are car manufacturing and different kinds of engineering. Germany is also known for new ideas. It spends over 3% of its money on research and development. Because of this, Germany is seen as an innovative country in Europe. However, Germany also faces some problems today. Some roads and bridges are old and need repairs. The government didn't spend enough money on them in the past. Also, not everyone is getting richer. For people in the bottom half of the population, life has not improved much. Some people, even with full-time jobs, still struggle to afford basic needs like food. But overall, Germany is still a wealthy country with skilled people. It's average E. Income is high compared to most of Europe. Germany continues to play a big role in both Europe and the world economy today.